Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for November 25th through December 1st, 2013. And so we are arriving at the end of another month and entering into the last month of the year and all the holiday seasons that are coming up. So what they're showing me before I even really got started is that in this week coming, that what they were literally showing me is that things are going to start to get better. You're going to feel more confident. What they were showing me is almost a vision of a leader, a very ancient image of someone who may have been a gladiator or something like this. And at first, what they show me usually for the vision of vulnerability is someone unclothed. And then all of a sudden, it was like the person was putting on their uniform and getting ready to go out. And I don't get a sense that it's a battle of any kind of negative battle, but it's one where you are prepared for what is to come and you're getting ready and you're standing more in your power is what it really represents to me. So this is a great thing. And I also got a sense that the rest of the month, especially the month of December, is going to be very different, and that we're going to really start to see some shifts in ourselves and who we are. And, you know, by using the image of the gladiator, it shows a great deal of strength and courage that what has been happening to us in this year and all the lessons that have been learned has prepared you for this moment. And even though you may not absolutely feel or see exactly what it is I am speaking of, but the thing is that this is what life experience does to us. And there's in every life experience is a blessing, even though we feel as though we've been exposed, or that, you know, we feel inadequate, or these things challenge us and sometimes make us feel like we are not really worthy or deserving of our dreams and our hopes. But this is a confirmation that you are, and the Archangel Michael is just bringing up a shield and letting me know to tell you that you're on the right path, and he is shielding you on that path that you're walking, and to just listen and pay attention to the guidance, the information that it will be coming to you, and listen to the guidance of your angels. They said that this will come in the form of ideas that will represent prosperity for you. So let's take a look at the cards for the beginning. Our Archangel card is, let's see what it is, from the Archangel Oracle deck. Okay, and we have healthy lifestyle. And so we have the Archangel Raphael. And it says, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So it's interesting because we haven't seen this card. I think this is the first time that this particular card is coming up since I've been doing the readings. And the first thing I'm really sensing is that things are, because actually this is sort of the lower half. I just saw the lower half of the uniform of what I saw. This is exactly the image of Archangel Raphael. What he's wearing is what I saw. And so this is just confirming that we are moving into better times, that and I'm getting that your outlook is what's getting healthier. It's shifting. And this has been because what they're showing me is an ascended master within this form that we're looking at. So it's been because the experiences have been enlightening and helping you to grow spiritually. And so that it's accumulating to this now. All of that you've gone through is going to allow you to shift your perspective and have a healthy perspective. And in doing so, and when I see this green, it just makes me think about health and, of course, energy. And so that your vibration has shifted because of your healthy lifestyle, your new attitude, if you will, and your perspective. And this is very, very powerful indeed. So let me just take a look and see if there's anything else, any other messages in this card. And what I'm seeing is that he's saying that this is going to be a time of major, huge manifestations are going to occur. So within this week and moving on, and I really get a sense for some reason, this is really like a reading that's telling us what's coming up, on what we're on the cusp of, more very specifically to this week being the cusp or the beginning of this action, or seeing these things beginning to occur. Remember to keep your outlook and your mind free of expectation. Don't, because this will limit and also hinder you from actually being able to recognize the blessings and the manifestation of your dreams, because things don't always move in a straight line. And so it may happen in some random order, but to the universe, this is the divine order that needs to unfold in order for you to have your wish. But at the same time, remember that the universe is always thinking of the best opportunities. And so it's always adjusting your dreams to fit what you've been asking for in the present. So quite often what we don't realize is that because we're so single-mindedly focused on a particular dream and its particular outcome, and our process, the process that we walk, we go through frustration, range of emotion, to bliss and joy, and all of this spectrum of emotion causes you to ask for more. You begin to sort of send out, as Abraham says, new rockets of desires. Is created from the contrast of the present moment. And so therefore, the universe is adjusting and accommodating and giving you the best options, but giving you all the options, giving you the full spectrum. And of course, it depends on how we lean, which direction we're leaning towards. Like we were talking about the will, it's the leaning of the will that creates your fortune, meaning the leaning of your vibration, your point of attraction that creates your fortune. And quite honestly, I believe that no matter where we are in our judgment of it, as good or bad, that it all is a wheel of fortune, because it all forges the strength that will become who you are and will allow you to have a deeper awareness and clarity about yourself and about your world. And so this is really important for us to comprehend and to really live with. So as you're going through the low points in your life, as that wheel turns, allow yourself to just go with it. Don't resist, just flow with it, because knowing that it has to come back around. And I wrote about this in Facebook this week. It's like when you have a dream that you're falling, and you always wake up before you fall. It feels real. It feels like, your heart races. Everything that happens in your waking state is essentially the same, except that you wake up. But we realize as divine beings that we are from a higher consciousness, and that our origin, or our place of origin, our state of origin, is actually a non-physical and spiritual state, a consciousness. And so we are dreaming as we come into this 3D, third dimensional reality, in essence. And so no matter how things appear, or if it feels like you're falling right now, know that you're going to wake up, and meaning that a solution will be put in place before you get there, and a blessing will be waiting for you there. No matter how low the fall is, a blessing, a table is prepared for all of us. And it's about how we see our reality, and how much we keep aligning with our truth, that will allow us to have that broader perspective of understanding, to be able to glean from that experience the divine truth and light and abundance that will unfold and redirect your path and fortify it in ways that you could not have possibly perceived or understood. But when you get to the realization of it and have the experience, all is completely well. And the fall was like just going, experiencing a ride on an amusement park now, and where you're just going for the ride and keep focusing that life is supposed to be fun no matter what you're going through, and that the universe's grand desire is for you to have fun and to have joy and pleasure throughout all life experience, and that it is available there if we just were to tap into it. So let's take a look at the cards at the beginning of the week. And as we've gone on a little bit longer than I usually do. So the beginning of the week, we have the 7 of Raphael. And this card says, time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So it's interesting that we're pulling 2 cards that have to do with the Archangel Raphael, and this card also speaks about. I'm kind of drawn to the word detoxification. So this is all about. I'm getting the word an emotional detox. It could be a physical detox as well. But all of these things, the physical, what we do with physically affects how we feel. And so this is about really getting to that point where you're going to embrace your truth. And it's time to let go, detox, to allow things to shift out of your life, to allow things, to bless it for what it was. Because at one point, it had a use, and now it no longer has a use. Whether that's a relationship, whether it's a job, some kind of addiction, whatever it is, there is a time for everything. And the time feels like right now for you to be moving into your greater strength and inner peace and leadership. And so you are being asked to really not be afraid and not to hold on to the past in that way. Let me just take a look and to see if there's any additional messages about this card. So again, I'm seeing steps leading up to another plateau of land where there is an ascended master standing there with a tree, a very beautiful and powerful tree, but an expansive piece of land, and it's wide open, and it feels like the inner ascended master, that you're about to step up to a new level of mastery in your own creation and awareness. And so this decision has to be done gently, as they're showing me. They're showing me deer. So it has to be done gently and with a great deal of compassion. So really just tune in to your intuition. They're showing me the divine feminine. Really tune in to your intuition, and really, I'm trying to interpret this, but what they're showing me is they're showing me mermaids. Okay, so this is formed into mermaids. So there's a feeling that you need to just go with the flow. There is, now these mermaids are floating out of the water around this tree. So it's almost like they have transcended their natural element and have learned, like it's like a mind over matter or something, where they've been able to fly in the air. So I get a sense about this, that this kind of mastery that's coming up for you, and if you're willing to take this step and let everything go, that you're going to feel like a fish out of water, but it'll feel natural to you. It will be blissful, and it will really help you to move forward. I think there's more to this, but this is all I can get out of this right now. And so I invite you to just let your intuition speak to you about that. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. And we have the 3 of Gabriel. And the card says, prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So there we have again, time to take the next step. And so let me just tune into this card for a moment. And what I'm seeing is that we are covered. You know, they're just saying not to worry, and to really the foundation has been planted. The structures are in place for you, and that you're ready to move forward. So the work that you've been doing is making this moment possible. And so if you, in this time, now I'm just kind of drawn to the ship. So again, it's like this ship here is coming into the dock, or it has docked, so it's coming in. And so this is the, you know, think about the pyramid, the number 3 in terms of manifestation. And that is something, and it feels like, just from looking at the card, that you are going to be going somewhere. So either there's some kind of movement, some kind of transition that will take place in the middle of the week. You may find yourself traveling or moving in a new direction after you make this, whatever this decision is that you need to leave behind emotionally and disconnect from. Then you will be able to move forward. And let's take a look at the next card for the weekend. Now we have 2 7s. So now we've had this card come up a lot, the 7 of Michael. So the 7 of Michael says, there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So for the weekend, and then looking at this kind of gives me an indication that you're going to, the plans that you've been working on, that you may have to make another choice or revise that plan and that decision. So it's interesting here, she hasn't gotten onto the ship, but it looks like she's prepared to do so. But you may need to, at the end of the week, take a look at your plans a little bit more carefully and adjust, like I was just talking about, you know, those expectations that we have, to allow for room for things to adjust more to the plans that are beyond or better than what you were expecting. So leave room for possibilities. And so at the end of the week, you may find yourself having to just revise. But don't be afraid of the choices that you have to make, because you are more than prepared, and everything that's come up for you over the last months has prepared you for this. Let me just take a look and tune into this card and just see what's happening. They're saying that you're going to be going through another gateway. So this is going to be like a new gateway. And of course, it may cause you to feel a little vulnerable, but again, they're saying not to worry, that your angels are with you. All of the resources that you need will be provided to you. This is a huge shift, they're saying. Huge, huge, huge. Big, 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 big shift that you're about to undertake. And so the fear that you may feel has more to do with the uncertainty of it. But that is in no way an indication that you should be afraid of something going wrong, is what they're telling me. All right, let's take a look at the card at the bottom. I already pulled it out. And look at this. So this tells us what's influencing this reading from underneath. And so the card is Leap of Faith. And it says, believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. And this card is all about not following the logic of our world, but following the logic of source, of spirit, and to go with the pulse that's in your heart, to use this as your assessment of where you are. Because even though it may, and I've talked about this recently a lot, but even though it may feel slightly scary and slightly exciting, you know, I'm looking at this card more as the Indiana Jones card, if you will, because it's all about the adventure. And in an adventure, this combination, this duality of emotion is there. And as I said before, what we should think of it is that it represents the pulse of life, that you are riding the wave and that you're in it. And that's what we're here for, to experience the possibilities, not to be always knowing what's going to happen and so that we can feel comfortable, but to have a general goal and then to enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride and the process. And so if you're doing this, and then you're going to really reap the benefits. You're really going to have a great time. And it's not so much about getting to a particular place, but it's about how you get there. And it's about the getting there should be fun. That's the point of us living. When it gets too comfortable and when that pulse seems a little dull because we've allowed ourselves to lean to the one side of that duality, which tends to be the fear, then we start to feel like we're in a hibernation mode for periods of our lives. And this causes us to feel a great deal of unrest, and it causes us to feel as if we are not fulfilling our purpose. And in truth, we're not, because we're supposed to be living. And living doesn't mean, or shouldn't feel like sleeping. There are times when we need to rest, and that's great, you know, and we want to keep it. But this is about keeping it, staying in the mix, I guess is one way of saying this. And so no matter where you are in your life or what stage of how old you are, the soul, our souls is an eternal youth, an eternal desire that is continuously manifesting. And so the pulse always is in action, and the momentum of the universe is always in moving towards your next desire and redefining it and reshaping it and making it better. So let's enjoy life in this way and rethink this process of allowing ourselves to get in a place of fear and not acting on our soul's truth. And this is a great time for all of us right now. And so I send you so much love and angel blessings. And please join us on Facebook each week for an angel reading. I do daily readings with the cards there, and also you can contact me for an angel reading. I've had some people contact me through Facebook, or you can go to my website, theangelschool.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week, and I'm very excited about what's coming up for all of us. Until next week, God bless you.